Good evening, everyone. Hello. I'm a little bit late. Sorry. Pains need shaking up, and there's a couple of things I've forgotten to do, like change my water. Really good idea to just change your water. And then hopefully, I'm going to be able to get this guy. Oh, I'll say this guy. This one. Looking to the same standard as this one tonight in one go. Yeah. See, you hear the confidence in my voice. Now, this one's a little bit different. They've got the same head because I like that head. I prefer that head to the other head. But other than that, he's got everything else is the layout for the other variant of this. So I like the proxy, so I won't be able to feel two of either. I won't be able to do that. But that gives me lots of other things that are different to be painting. Like these big claw hand things here. The other one doesn't have. It just has like normal hands with claws on them, and I don't know what these big whopping things are here. But yeah, this one's got these, and massive. I'm not sure how I'm going to paint them up, but the rest of it should be pretty much the same. Main body yellow, the armor purple, any weapon or anything that's I think should be causing damage should be going green. And that's as simple as it is for the color scheme. Let's see if we can actually get this done now. So it's going to be essentially a Norn Annihilator. Annihilator? Yeah, I think it's Annihilator. As opposed to the Norn Emissary. I look at this point, I don't know which one to choose. Do we choose yellow or do we choose purple first? I say I go purple first. And once again, to come and join me, I have my long-running guest of Cinescape Studios. Good evening. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. You?
I am good. I am. Just deciding whether.
More shaky cameras for that setup.
Well, I need somebody to let me know what the music's like in the background. If you can hear any music in the background.
I can hear something, but it just sounds blurry. It sounds blurry. You know what I mean?
Okay. Is that any better?
I can't work out what it is.
Right. Okay. In which case, my idea failed. My idea failed miserably. Good evening, bud. Good evening. How are you doing?
It kind of sounds like I'm underwater and I can hear it in the distance.
No worries. I'll try it.
But you wanted music on in the background doing your stream, mate?
Essentially, yes.
Is that not risky with it being YouTube? Or is it like a those set things that you're allowed to play?
It's one of those set things that you're allowed to play, so it was
right, okay.
That one. Right, is that playing?
Can't hear a thing.
Okay. How do I do this?
Are you trying to play it and then your mic pick it up? Because that's never going to work, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I'm trying to get it so it can be heard in the background. But that's not working either. So anyway, forget that. Music's not going to work for the time being. I'm going to have to figure that one out afterwards.
I tried doing it for my streams as well, but I couldn't figure out a good way of doing it without paying money for like software and all that crap.
Well, that's why I thought I'd run it off my television and hope the microphone picks it up, and it didn't work.
Yeah, that'll never work because it's always going to sound secondhand, if you like, because it is secondhand. It's never going to sound great.
The only other option is to, I don't know if this will work, would be to remove my headphones and then just have it playing. But then I don't know if that'll end up causing a feedback loop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that one. So I've decided I'm going to start with purple. Purple, I'm going to do the armor first. Because there's a lot of that, and I don't know if it's right on that, but I seem to think that purple takes longer to dry. So I'm going to start.
Hello, Buzzard.
And Hedrich. We have Multiple people on internet got buzzers.
And
we have-
Hedvich. Is that
Heid.
is that how you pronounce it, Hedvich?
I don't know. I say Heid. Solely for
what language is it? Is it Dutch or something?
yeah.
Dutch.
Yes.
So Hadwich.
Hadvich. I think it's Hadvich. But I can never get it right. So I came to an agreement.
No.
with
Okay.
them.
So are you able to put in the chat like the pronunciation of it? Hadvich, however you say it. I think it's important for me to learn how to pronounce names properly.
She has done it before, and I've done it over. The ch is pronounced chm
Oh,
in loch.
so Hadwich. That's hard with the
See
the J. I assume the J is yeah. Hadwich. Hadwich.
Hadwich. See, there you go. Hadwich. Yes. See, so I came to an agreement on a conversation with Haid that because I'm an ignorant, illiterate, I can't speak. I'm a British person. I don't do this type of stuff. I don't speak.
No. Don't lump the rest of us in that. You're English.
Yes, all right.
Like the rest of us try to pronounce names properly.
And rather than the poor woman having to sit there and listen to me tortuously butcher her name, she came to the agreement that I can just call her Haid and have done with it because it's painful to listen to me butcher her name so much. That it's like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm fine with learning Hadwich.
I spent about 3 weeks trying to learn how to say it, which is really, really annoying because I can say some ridiculously difficult words, but I just couldn't get my head around Haid's name. Nope, it was not for having it. So,
well, don't worry. I will try to pronounce it properly because I'm a better person.
No, I am just as good a person because I acknowledge my flaw. I approached the person directly and said, "Excuse me, can I come to an arrangement?" So I acknowledged my flaw. I came to an arrangement. I overcame it. That was mutual for both people. Good evening, JV. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon, even.
Hello, JV. It's all right because when I go to Finland, my name is also a Finnish name, but they pronounce the J like yeah. So
yes,
some people pronounce
Jyska.
when I'm in Finland. Yeah, exactly. Although they pronounce it more like Jessica. So it's like
it's like they're saying you can do something. Your name's Ika.
Well, that's why I put my profile name to the letter J with a comma and Sika, right? Because it kind of works and it looks cool. And then I found out later that Sika is pig in Finnish. So I called myself the pig because yeah is and. So so I called myself and the pig. And I'm perfectly happy with that.
You can't write this stuff. You can't write this stuff.
But I love it. I think it's great. I am now the pig. And I am more than happy with that. That's pretty funny, I think. Why the hell can we not find these pieces? They're everywhere. Like,
I was having trouble when I was building this the other day.
It's just like the number 70 is next to 28, which is next to 36, which is next to 14. Why can't they all be next to each other? And for some reason, I'm having difficulty finding the pieces I want. Normally, I don't have that difficulty.
Well, I already built this kit once. So you would have thought, oh, it's a Donald. I'll know where everything is. It wasn't that long ago. Nope.
Oh, well, I have the same problem with aggressors. I must have built like 10 packets of aggressors, and I still have the problem occasionally.
Oh, yeah. Where does this go again? Oh, yeah. That goes there. Where's this
I don't. It's not a problem with where things go. It's where things are on the fucking sprue.
Yeah. And where is this again? Oh, yeah. That's all the way down there. And where's number 18? Why is 18 on the separate sprue to 17 and 16 and 19?
The thing is, though, I can see what they've done, right? They've made it so in the instruction booklet, it's in numerical order, right? which
Yes.
makes sense. You start with piece number 1, then you build number 2, add number 3 to it, whatever, right? I get that. For the most part, that's how it's done. But I would rather
kind
it
of
be
makes
the other
sense.
way around. I would rather them have the sprues in order and the numbers in the book just random, because that's not what takes time. It's what takes time is looking for the piece you're looking for on the sprue.
I think they could do both.
They can't. Well, they might be able to, but being able to fit all of these pieces in one sprue is only possible with like their formula, what they've got. They wouldn't be able to put piece number 1 next to piece number 2 next to piece number 3 on the same sprue if they did the books the same order. They would need extra sprues for each kit.
Nah, get AI to do it. AI can work it out.
It would be nice if it was all in order like that, but if there was
Oh, it would be awesome.
a choice between the two, I would rather have the sprues in order and the booklet not.
I'd rather we go back to old school method where you go, right, there's all the legs, there's all the torsos, there's all the arms. Assemble them however you wish, because, well, you can.
Yeah, I mean that was nice to a degree, but at the same time, half the sprue was empty back then.
True, but they could fill it with more dynamic legs, more dynamic arms, give
They
you
could.
more arm options, they'll never give you more leg options just in case you accidentally put more models out of the box than you should. We know that. They don't like you getting more than
I
you
know.
should.
They'll always
So-
make it so you need to buy a second box if you want more.
So
Oh
it'll
my
either be
God, I'm getting
torsos or
frustrated. I
legs.
still can't find this piece. Where the hell
So-
is it? It's a radar dish thing. Am I missing a sprue?
Probably. You're missing a screw, I know that much.
No, fuck off. I'm not. No, I can't be missing a sprue. This is what I was given, and I checked it.
Then did they missend you a screw?
No, it's like I've got the pieces next. It's 112. I'm looking for. I've already got 111, so 112 must be here somewhere.
You would think so. In fact, JV, while you're in the chat, are you free to jump up? Because you're actually the person who can solve the issue I had right at the start of the stream. Or one of the people that can solve that issue anyway.
Yeah, I found 113. So I've got 111. I've got 113, but I can't find 112.
So that pretty much confirms all that 112 is up there. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, but where? It's literally.
Try next to number 4.
I don't know. That means I've got to look for number 4, and I might not even find that.
Yeah, but how good would it be if you actually did?
What the hell? It doesn't make sense. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately. Maybe this is something that I need him for.
I'm so sorry, Hayde. I hope Doug gets well. I do hope Doug gets well. I don't like Doggos. I like Doggos be nice and happy. I don't like Doggos in pain.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got 2 cats. If anything happened to them, I'd be devastated.
I've got my cat, and yes, as much as I whinge and complain about the fact that all she does, the only time she ever communicates with me in any way, shape, or form, is to stand at the bowl asking for food. That's it. The only form of communication I get from her.
Found it. Just thought I'd let you know the good news.
Excellent. So
now I need to find more pieces.
Now you need to find 113 again.
That's the first mod.
Yeah, now you've got to find 113 again, which you now are no longer looking for.
No, 17, 117, 18, and 19 is next. I don't know where 113 is. Oh, 113 is part of head later. But 117 shouldn't be hard. It's an arm with a big gun on the end of it.
Oh no, that should be easy enough.
You would think.
JV, my question is essentially, I want to play music in the background from YouTube as a source. How on earth do I do that?
Without it sounding stupid.
Yeah, without it sounding daft, without it sounding crap.
Has to sound clear. So I don't think you can do it using something else and having Mike pick it up. I don't think that.
No, I think you're gonna. I'm gonna have to do something properly, and I know it's doable because Angie, who pops in here every now and again. She does it on hers. So I know it is doable. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, make sure I'm getting the right bits and not the wrong bits. Don't want to be getting none of those brainy spots with this purple. Also, I want to try and get this model done tonight if I can. Well, done up to the same degree as the other one anyway. I've not gone out and got any more pucker tea bags, so I can't do the basing.
Or you can do it the normal way.
Right. How often have you been coming up on these streams with me now? Well, I've been doing it for a while, and you've been coming up.
Anyway, how can you not have any tea bags in English?
No, pucker tea bags. Specific. I want the exact same brand and the exact same ones that the others to make sure that.
Is that because you want your models to have a nice tea smell? And Tetley's just doesn't quite make it.
One second, Jessica. I was reading this. I'd rather not have the screen share from YouTube. I just want the music, and I just keep my screens the way they are. That's what I would like to do. Sorry, what was you saying, Jessica?
Nothing. I was just taking the piss.
Fair enough. So yeah, I don't do anything as normal, pretty much. So why would I start now? It's pointless. Don't start doing things every other person's way. Do it my way. I like my way because I can do it. I can do my way. Believe it or not, I find it easiest. Somebody else's way is quite difficult.
Did you get an answer?
I don't know because I've got to wait for the delay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to know how to do it actually, because I would like to have music playing at the beginning of. You know how my live streams, my prize draws, I have like 5-6 minutes before I actually show up, where it's just live running on that first stage. I would like some music playing on that to make it.
Why you can't actually be there at the start, I don't know. Even I managed to get to the start of my own streams.
I do it on purpose so that it allows people to jump into the stream before I arrive, so people don't miss the beginning. If you watch most YouTubers that go live on Twitch and stuff, they do the same thing. They have like a 5-10 minute interval thing at the beginning before they actually jump on.
Right. No, I just waffle for like a couple of minutes while finishing off the getting ready. I find that easy.
Yeah, but the problem with that is we miss the beginning of what you say.
Which is never usually that important. It's usually me just shaking bottles and telling you.
Not that I care about what you say usually, but you know.
It's usually just me shaking the bottles and saying hello and figuring out that I've not unmuted myself and just stupid stuff like that, which happens quite a lot. I'm
Square table, hello.
Right. No, I'm gutted because I should. Really, I look like because I have this hat on, which on the other side has a YouTuber's logo. I should also be wearing a Square Table Degenerates t-shirt when I do this.
Why should you?
Because I wish to.
Well, that's different to should.
Yeah, I should do it because it's something I want to do it. So that's why I should do it. But I can't find it.
Have a t-shirt. Oh, maybe I should sell t-shirts.
Well, I got it as a gift when he came over.
Imagine t-shirts with my ugly mug on them.
He doesn't have his face on it. Oh no, it would not sell a second if it had his face on it. That would be... He's done a few t-shirts actually. Has Square Table Degenerates. He's got a Shut Up Blake t-shirt, and that, funny enough, actually, I think has been sold for the first time in the town where Blake lives. For him to actually see it in live, real person on somebody that he wasn't expecting. You know, when I've been on YouTube, for instance, I never expect anybody in my town to even have a clue who I am or ever see any one of these videos. Ever. So I would never expect anyone to go, oh, you're da, 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 da. But in Blake's
Yeah,
case, to
you
see
would not
someone
normally expect that, would you?
But in Blake's case, to see someone walking down the street with a Shut Up Blake t-shirt, which was designed because of you, it must have been a bit of a surreal thing for him. Like, am I a celebrity? Almost, mate.
Well, I have a few followers that live in Dunfermline and where I live, like near where I live. And I go to Dunfermline often. So if I sold t-shirts and I found someone wearing one with my logo on, that would be pretty cool. I am going to be doing dice, you know, the little things you roll the dice in.
A dice
with
tray.
my logo. Yeah, dice tray. I'm going to be doing dice trays with my logo on them.
See, I don't think I could do that.
Well, you would need a logo first.
Regardless of whether I had a logo or a saleable thing, I don't think I could market it like that. Do you know the comic Calvin and Hobbes? Comic strip Calvin and Hobbes, the little boy and his tiger, like
No.
newspaper comic strip.
No.
One of the best comic strips I have ever read in my life, and there is no merchandise for it. There is the comic strips alone, and that is it. All he did, he kept his art pure, and I would prefer to go down that route. I wouldn't want things just slapped all over this, that, and the other just to make some money.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I wouldn't do that, but
then you're not making this a business, are you?
No, true. But in the case of how Joey did the Shut Up Blake t-shirts, it's not a profit thing. It's more of a non-profit thing. I believe the proceeds go to actually help people. So, yeah, if you want a Shut Up Blake t-shirt, if you can put your link for those Shut Up Blake t-shirts or any of that, feel free to post them in there, dude.
That's an interesting point, actually. Doing charity stuff. I hadn't thought about doing charity stuff for a while.
Well, Square Table Degenerates Joey is also a stand-up comedian. Unaware of how good he actually is on his sets, because I've never seen one properly. So it's hard to say whether or not he's any good. But I get on with him. I find him quite a funny guy. So there's a good chance that I'll laugh at least a few of his jokes.
I would have thought so. But then, like, people on stage are different to people in person sometimes.
True, but the sense of humour comes through regardless.
Yeah, should do.
If he's any good, it should. Removed from stage, but the audio should still play. Right, so I'm going to try something out that JV's just telling me.
Here we go. This is where the stream ends.
Yeah, this is where everything goes to tits up. Copyright free background music. I wanted to try that one earlier. It's got a bloody advert. No, it's not. It's going to come up with something.
Well, that's a problem you're going to face. Adverts. Can you play an advert on your stream from another video?
I don't know, seeing as it's a YouTube advert.
But the adverts are usually like sponsoring the video that you're watching. That's how videos get monetized. So I think there probably will be limitations to it.
So if I share that tab,
that's why I didn't do it. That's why I didn't do it with YouTube videos when I wanted to do video music on mine, because I didn't know the laws regarding that.
One moment. I need to sort my volume levels out. Right, try again. Can you hear anything for a start?
Nope.
No, nothing.
JV, you're fucking useless.
See, have we added it? That should add it in.
Oh, now I can hear something.
Yeah. which is right because it's a screen thing. But I don't want that screen.
Now that music is shite.
Right, is that still working?
Nope. Thank God for
Nope.
that, because I hate that music.
Right, nope, it didn't work, JB. It didn't work.
Good. If that's the kind of music you want to put on, then absolutely no chance.
Hey, each to their own, each to their own. I need something that's going to keep me awake.
Rock music. That'll keep everyone awake.
Trying to get copyright-free rock music is difficult. That's where you get lo-fi beats, and a lot of it's D&D tavern type music. So I don't want D&D tavern type music while I'm painting sci-fi stuff. So I thought I'd go for something a bit more electrical. I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm sorry, Adrian. I was just trying out music. I was trying out something new, and apparently it started you awake again. Sorry. We'll go back to talking nice and soothingly for some reason that puts you to sleep. Glad I can at least be of use to you that way. Still not sure how Heidi falls asleep to my voice. Just dumbfounds me.
Wouldn't you just have that screen share and just put it on the side of the window permanently?
No, because as soon as I put the share up, so you have to build a custom layout. It looks like, oh, I've got to build add new layout. Add item. Media slot. So put the media slot out of the way, and then add another item, dynamic camera grid, and make that like that. No. No, what am I doing? Go back.
Fucking it up like usual.
Go back. Hey, shut the fuck up, you. So how do I then? JB, bro, what I'm doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Right. Save new layout. That puts me to there. Now, when I go to present, I need to open up a new thingy. Sorry, people. I know I'm being an absolute muppet here. I will try and edit all this out and possibly put it into a video if for some reason I managed to get it working. Go away with the adverts. Thank you. Right. So, share screen. That one. Share. And that puts it in tiny in the corner down there. Now I just need to lower the volume down a bit, and that should make it work. Now I've just got to...
Yeah, I can hear that, but can you put the volume further down?
No, because that would turn it off, and that would defy the point.
That's the point. It? That's the point. I don't want that music. It's shite.
Dull, tough shit. Do your music on your stream. I'm going to do my music on my stream.
I will. I'll make it so it looks better than shite.
Look, you type in music and find something like ding ding ding. Alright, okay. That's not Dungeons and Dragons style of music. Now I need to edit this layout because I actually want...
If I did it, I would probably find a YouTuber that's created something that's 40k-esque music, and I would message them and ask them, "Do I have permission?"
Oh,
And then I'll just use that music. But I don't know if that's a viable option, really.
I need to find out how to. I could just talk and entertain my viewers, but I need to figure out how to. I need to move these screens around again to get them back into what is essentially that layout. Is the music still working?
Yeah.
Yeah, the music's still working.
Unfortunately,
Oh, cool. Awesome. So I can put it back to this layout and I'm fine now. Oh, that's even better. Thank you, JV. You rule. See, I knew I should have asked you because you're the StreamYard wizard. Mainly because you've been using it more than anyone else. You actually have a paid version for it. And you've got half an idea of what the fuck you're doing, at least more than most of us. What I am getting there slowly with this purple. I think I'm almost finished with the purple. I'm not sure. I'm going to double check and go back over, have a few look rounds. Make sure I've not missed any bits, because what I really don't want to have to do is come back and do bits later. Especially once it's already painted up. So let's try and make sure we get them on now, eh? Right, now, if we go back to the other one, what other bits? Technically, yes, you do have the paid version of StreamYard. Do you pay for it? Well, that's a different matter entirely. But you do have the paid versions of StreamYard. Right, okay.
If you have the paid version, then you pay for it, surely.
No. What you can do is, like, Captain can come up here and just bring himself up onto my stream whenever he wishes. And essentially, he's got admin privileges on my streams for the times that I can't do it. Captain also has those privileges for somebody else, which allows him to have access to a paid version of StreamYard without paying for it.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
I mean, Captain, if he really wanted to, could run a stream for me. He could just decide that, do you know something, Laz is going live tonight. He's not going to be on it, but he's going live tonight, and just run a panel show that I'm not expecting. And there you go. It goes up on my channel.
We know you can't just.
Come on, let's do it. Let's get 10. Let's get 10 people up on the chat.
I can't. I can only get 6.
Okay, well let's get 6 people on the chat then.
If Captain jumps up, JB jumps up. That's
okay, now that music is loud.
Is that loud? I don't think I can turn that down any. That's about as low as I can get it.
That's better. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, that's the way to do it, JV. If you want to get momentum, you've got to grab the bull by the horns and then just ride that motherfucker out. Because if that video is getting good momentum for you, the best guitarist, or at least in your opinion, then, or influential guitarist, I think it was, wasn't it? Influential guitarist, in your opinion, quite a nice video. So yeah, definitely write it out. Bass players, keyboard players. What's he called from Kajagoogoo? Yeah, definitely get him in there in your best bass players or your most influential bass players, because he is awesome. Begs. What's he called? Something Begs. What's he called? Come on, just go Kajagoogoo. You know who Kajagoogoo are. What's the bass player called?
What?
What's the bass player from Kajagoogoo called?
of the Catch-a-Goo-Goo.
You know Kajagoogoo to shy, that one. You know the song. Please say you know the
It sounds like you're talking a foreign language. Catch-a-Goo-Goo. What the fuck is that?
Kajagoogoo are a band.
Okay, then it's music.
And they sang a song called Too Shy. A very popular and famous song.
Well, maybe
Too
maybe I'll recognize it if I hear the music, but I've got no idea what Catch-a-Goo-Goo is.
I can't play that music. That music will get.
No, that's fine. I get that, but I ain't got a clue. And I don't like popular music because it's all shite.
This is old popular music, so it's different.
If it's still something that was on top of the pops at one point, then I won't like it.
Nirvana were on top of the pops at one point. Pink Floyd have been on top of the pops at one point. Black Sabbath have been on top of the pops at one point. You can't use that as an argument.
Fine. What is commonly on top of the pops is not something I usually listen to.
Nothing is commonly on top of the pops.
What kind of
Kajagoogoo, oh, it is sweet, sugary pop music. You are right, but the bass line is absolutely. Nick Beggs, thank you very much, Beaky. Nick Beggs is
never heard of that name.
Astonishing bass player. He is a bloody brilliant.
Never heard of him.
Right, you Philistine.
Hey, I listen to good music, all right. Just not.
You've never heard of Nick Beggs who listens to good music.
Nick Beggs.
Nick Beggs.
No, I've never heard of Nick Beggs.
Okay, next you're going to tell me you don't even know who Neil Peart is.
Who?
Say that again.
Neil
Peart.
No.
I'm ashamed. I'm honestly ashamed.
What band is he from?
Rush. He's the drummer from Rush.
The name Rush vaguely rings a bell, but that means nothing to me, really.
Canadian rock band, very prog rock, like singing about like talking trees and spacey stuff. And
that sounds like something.
Yeah, it's certainly not pop. Certainly not pop music by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but I like prog rock.
So you might like Rush. Neil Peart, awesome drummer. Awesome drummer. Geddy Lee, fantastic. Oh yeah, you need to listen to some Rush. What have you been doing with your life? And don't say painting models. I've been painting models as well, and even I know about Rush. Rush is just amazing. Not my favourite band of all time.
I've just never been that knowledgeable about music, to be honest. I've got my favourite bands, and that's about it. And a few other bands that I like as well. There is a couple of bands that I like that most people have never heard of, even though they've heard their music a million times.
Like who?
Yes.
Yes, I know who Yes are.
Yeah, a lot of people have never heard of the band name Yes, but they've heard of their music. They've heard their music before. You play the songs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know that song." And then you say, "Yeah, well, that was done by a band called Yes," and they're like, "Who?"
The one that makes me laugh most is ELO and Yellow, because some people go, "Yeah, I know them." I mean the other one.
I've not heard either of them.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh,
ELO.
right, of course, yeah. You say ELO, you say Electric Light Orchestra. Yes, I know them.
You know that's ELO.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not very good with anagrams.
But you've also got Yellow, which is obviously spelled the colourway.
Mm-hmm.
And you say them next to each other, and there's not much difference. It's like, yeah, I know that one. No, they don't sing that. No, they don't sing that. No, you're thinking.
But yeah, I like bands like Yes, The Who, both The Who's, because there's two bands called The Who.
Is there?
Yeah, one of them is the typical one that everyone recognizes, and the other one is a Hungarian throat rock music band.
Hungarian throat rock.
Throat rock. It's like the way he sings is kind of like very, very deep.
Welcome back, Jack.
Right in the back of the throat rock. It's weird, but it's very, very good.
That type of crap.
What?
Yeah. And when they sing like that,
A little bit is, but it's not like screamo. Not like that.
Well, that wasn't screaming. That was just me going.
No, but yeah, I
in the
just
back of
wanted
the
to make
throat.
that distinction in case people thought I meant screamo, which I do not like. I do not like screamo.
You don't like screamo.
No, I think it's absolute crap.
Well,
I'm
what
very,
do you-
I'm very opinionated when it comes to music. I either really like it or I really hate it to the point where I despise it.
You see, I'll give most things a chance. Like the new OMD album is amazing. It's a fantastic album.
No,
Yeah, possibly
I've never
one of
liked
them.
anything like R&D before. I've tried it. I've listened
Did
to
you
it.
just
and I
call
thought,
OMD R&B?
You just said R&B. I thought you did.
No, I said OMD. OMD's new album is really good.
Oh, okay. Never heard of him.
Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark.
That
Enola
rings a bell.
Gay. Enola Gay, you know that one? Joan of Arc. Maid of Orleans.
No.
God's sakes, Jesus.
I don't remember the names of bands. I just remember the songs.
These are all just songs. These are all songs by OMD.
No. I might recognize the songs, but I won't recognize the name of them unless I really like them and I specifically put them to memory.
You will recognize a lot of OMD's work.
Sure, I will, but I probably won't enjoy them.
Yeah, there is, and that other little tiny band that no one's ever heard. That not many people have really heard of. That Captain's on about there. The Beatles. You heard of them?
Of course, I've heard of the Beatles. They're brilliant. One of the greatest.
I don't know. You're saying you've not heard of some of these other bands. I was just checking. You know, the
Everyone's
Beatles,
heard of
Queen.
the fucking Beatles. They're the reason why we have rock music these days, or part of the reason.
No, they're not. That credit goes way before them.
Well, they made it popular, or at least more popular. They defined it a bit more than, you know.
What, a bit more than Buddy Holly and Chubby Checker?
Who?
Buddy Holly.
Chubby Checker.
Holly. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Oh my god.
That sounds like you're making things up now.
No, did you not? You got to remember the famous plane crash where they all died. This is like pre-Elvis type stuff.
I've heard of plane crashes where bands died, but
well, this was a band. This was like a band with loads of musicians on, like loads of famous musicians on. It was
Chubby Checker.
Yeah, Chubby Checker. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. That one.
Same words doesn't make it.
Like we did. Can somebody in chat please help me out? Somebody in chat please help me out. I know I've got weird electronic music going on in the background, but I am aware that Chubby Checker and Buddy Holly, and I can't remember what the female singer was called that died on the plane as well. And there was one who didn't get on the plane who survived.
I know there's bands that died in a plane crash, but I've never heard of one called Chubby Checker.
It's not. It was an artist. Most of them were just individual artists more than anything else.
I've heard of Roy Chubby Brown.
No, yeah, wrong way completely. Yeah. Although Roger, gotta say, Chubby's got a bit of musical talent. He can play that piano, he can belt out a tune if he needs to. One of his favourite songs that he's ever done is I'll Use Your Shit for Toothpaste. That was a fantastic song. And A Santa Claus Where's My Fucking Bike? That's another one. A fantastic song.
I'm sure I recognise them if I heard them, but I don't recognise the names of the songs. But I know what you're talking about. Loosely.
Well, I found a lot of Chubby's songs when I was a teenager, so it was like, oh, this is brilliant. He's putting cock jokes and funny jokes in songs and stuff. It's like, oh, this is great. Right.
I like listening to bands like the more common known ones that I like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, The Who, obviously, like I've said. But then I like other bands that most people would not have heard of, like Poets of the Fall, or Old Gods of Asgard, as some people might start learning their names soon as though they've been on TV now. And bands like Nightwish, who, like we already said, Jack Barnes wrote it in the chat how it's meant to be spelled. Who? That's the Mongolian band.
Right, that's the other Who.
Yeah.
As in, yeah, right, okay.
What's the other one? There's a dark cabaret guy. He's like a one-man band kind of thing. He plays all his musical instruments.
What, with type with
yes.
legs in his arms and ding, 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 and all that?
No,
Oh,
not
please
like
say
that.
he
He
does
plays
that.
that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
He plays actual instruments and then puts them all together. So he does all of it. He
That's
plays the guitar.
disappointing.
He plays the guitar, then he'll play the piano, then he'll do the music, and then
So he does a
singing.
Vangelis type thing.
What?
He does a Vangelis type thing.
No idea. But he's called Aurelio Voltaire. He's good. I like him. He did a whole album taking the piss out of people who argue which is better, Star Trek or Star Wars.
Right. Please tell me you know who Vangelis is.
It rings a bell, but I can't put any.
Tubular Bells.
If you're naming songs, that's not going to work.
It's an album.
No idea. That's the same thing as naming songs.
He essentially plays the same piece on various different instruments, and the climax of the album is him playing that piece on Tubular Bells.
No idea.
Exorcist type music.
No idea.
How have you managed to survive in this world?
Living in my bedroom and ignoring the rest of it. I'm autistic. I don't get out.
Fair enough. Can't really argue with that one.
Like I said, I have my own. I have a very, very specific taste for music. I mean, I like a variety of different types, but a lot of music just doesn't do it for me.
You know what you likes, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
I like
music.
I like music that's very cinematic.
Well, you probably like Rush then.
Maybe.
It's Mike Oldfield, sorry. Yes, Mike Oldfield. I thought Vangelis did Tubular Bells. When did Vangelis do that? Well, I know he's done all sorts of stuff. Or Mike Oldfield might have done the Exorcist theme. It's very similar. Right. Am I down to green now?
We are natural and essentials, and we make hand-poured.
I wish I could play you my favorite band, but obviously I can't.
Well, it depends how they sign to a label.
Yes and no.
They signed to an indie label.
They refuse to sign any other person's label. Instead, they made their own label.
Then I may be able to get away with some small. So Tubular Bells was my call. Right, okay, Vangelis is the one. Okay, what's your favourite band called?
Poets of the Fall. Their most popular song is Carnival of Rust.
This is shit is going off straight away.
It's rock music.
That doesn't
Indie rock.
mean shit.
Carnival of Rust is maybe not rock, but it does have some rock elements in it.
Well, let's turn it off so I get to.
Give it a minute.
Chariots of Fire and Conquest of Paradise. Thank you, Haid. See, Haid always comes to my help.
And taste the blame
That is a dick.
You didn't even give it a chance.
I did.
You did not, because it didn't get to the rock bit. It was literally seconds away from it.
That was never going to rock. That was
Yes,
never
it
going to
does.
rock. What that was
Yeah.
going to do is he was going to stand there and masturbate with a guitar and call it rock.
No,
No,
that
it
goes
can't.
into rock. That band is well known in Europe for being one of the best rock bands of this time at the moment. And they're getting super popular.
Staying there, it's so popular in Europe at the moment doesn't fill me with confidence. I've heard some European music, and don't get me wrong, it's European electronic music. Some of brilliant. Some of the other shit, not so much, man. Not so much.
Well, if you like this kind of music, I don't expect you to like Put It to the Floor, to be honest.
Like Kraftwerk, for instance. Probably, I was probably one of the most influential bands on the planet. Even more so than the Beatles. So, yeah. It's quite a bold statement, I know, but still, I say Kraftwerk were way more influential than people like the Beatles. Electronic music is just revolutionized so much. Bedtime. He's got to go out in the morning, probably going to work. Green. And then touch up all the bits that I think I've missed. And fingers crossed, it'll all dry in time for me to actually dry brush it. No, I just realised that purple bit that I've already missed. So let's do that straight away. Well, thank you for all 6 viewers this evening. I think this is probably the most I've had continuously. Don't know what to say, really. Thank you very much for joining
We
me.
had more last week, but that was only because EB jumped in.
Yeah, as soon as EB left last week,
Everyone came
then
in.
yeah, EB joined. Loads of people came in. EB left. So did everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm used to that now. If Daniel jumps up, then I get a small boost in viewers. If Squirrel
Which is
jumps up,
weird.
it goes.
It's just kind of weird. I wonder if it's because like YouTube knows that they've gone live, so it recommends that stream to everyone who follows them.
No, EB will probably put it somewhere, and so will Daniel. I'm going on this for 3 minutes.
He doesn't know.
Doesn't put it anywhere we see, which granted is if me or you don't see it, is probably not put anything up. But I don't follow him on Twitter, so or X.
But we're both in all of EB's social media
Discords
stuff.
and well, no, that's what I mean. I don't follow him on X, so if he puts it on there, I don't know. The only person I actually follow on X is Lee, who comes up on here. Anfield Road Layout and more. I follow him on X, so should links be needed, be sent, you can send them to me and I can send them to him. But
Does EB do X or Twitter, whatever? I kind of refuse to call it X.
I would imagine so.
Would he be active on there? Would he be active on there to the point where we would say, "Oh, I'm going on"?
Oh shit!
5 minutes. What have you done? Oh, well done.
Yeah, you just spotted that. The top just came flying off my green speed paint. He's gone over radiator, jeans, hands, shirts, and model. I will be back in a moment.
Ooh. That paint was very speedy. Poor Laz, paint all over him. That's the side effect of doing what we do. But the side effect of him being a bit stupid and not very organised. I guess I'm the only one here then. Well, I'm building some orcs. An orc commando kill team. If anyone cares. Orc quiet. Except for that crappy music in the background. Right, it comes.
Well,
Yeah,
that was a big fuck up, wasn't it?
That's a story of how Laz fucked that up. So
Yeah. What this?
no, what? No, I wasn't talking about that. That finished. That conversation finished ages ago.
What?
I'm
How I
talking
fucked
about-
this up?
I know I'm talking about something else that you fucked up.
Oh, what else have I fucked up?
Well, I could just leave you guessing.
You could. At the moment, I'm concentrating on trying to get green off this, so I'm not really paying too much attention. Because a load of green has just gone way just stupid places where it shouldn't.
Well, if you had yourself more organised.
Well, that's the thing. All I was doing was trying to put paint into the little thingy, and it just shot off everywhere. The lid shot off, and then all the paint just went there, all over the place. So there's kind of not much I could do in that very, very short period of time. Of half a microsecond before I got covered in green speed paint. Very, very little I could do.
It went everywhere, very speedy.
Yep.
Living up to
Lived
its
up to
name.
Yes, very much so. Although I wish it wouldn't have. I wouldn't have lived up quite as effectively in this instance, because now I'm having to strip a lot of this back down just to.
Did it go off the model?
Yeah, he got
You
on the
just
bits that I'd already.
run it underwater at speed paint.
Yeah, but he's also gone over speed paint.
Well, you just have to run over the whole thing with water and start again.
Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Try and clean this up. These are game pieces. These are game pieces.
Be
Let's
speedy.
see if they explain it while I'm
Be
on the wall.
speedy. Speedy, speedy, speedy. Get it wet. Get it clean. Get that paint gone. Yeah, Jack, they're game pieces. 40k. I don't know if you know anything about the hobby, but yes. Mine are as well, but these are more for a commission. I'm getting paid to do these. Not very good at talking.
That was far more effective than what I thought it was going to be to wash. Oh, it's got off my mouse.
I told you. Of course, the piece of advice that I give is going to be good.
Got it. Bollocks to you, little twat.
I'm always right. If I tell you that water will work, it'll work.
I'm actually just surprised how well it worked. I was expecting it to work. It was just I wasn't expecting it to just.
What do you think? My advice was not going to be very good.
I just didn't know how effective it was going to be. I was doing something for the first time. It was always a trial. I see. Oh, I'm quite impressed with that.
There you go. See?
As long as you get
I'm
there
always
quick
right.
enough.
I'm always right.
Oh, you fuck. As long as you get there quick enough, it's not too bad.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there are still bits where it's.
When it comes to speed paints and contrast, washing it off with water is always the best option. And if it's not like a major spillage, you can just get a brush, dip it in your clean water, and just clean it that way.
I mean, that must have been like pretty much the entire pot of speed paint just gone everywhere.
Yeah, that is the disadvantage of.
But the thing is, now I've got to go back to purple and yellow first.
Yep, It is a
Take all
problem.
that back again. And it's contaminated, so I've got to find new wells. I don't even know where the lid of my speed
Make
paint's
sure you
gone.
wipe out. Make sure you get rid of all the water from the recesses before you add your speed paint, because it will.
It's a dry palette. It's dried already. This palette.
No, I mean to the
I mean
model.
from the model. Yes, that's why I have.
Because if you've got like a bubble of water in one of the recesses, as soon as your speed paint touches that,
It's
it's
gonna
just
roll it.
it's gonna dilute it so much, and you're never gonna get the model dry. It'll ruin it, basically.
Yeah, I'm just going over it now with her. Although I'm actually not getting a bad effect just wiping off the excess with the cloth.
Yeah, I mean that's another type of painting. You put the paint on and then wipe it with a cloth. That's another type of shade painting.
I'm not actually getting a bad result overall. The models are pretty much the selling point of this game, I've got to say.
Yeah, the selling point. Yeah, the selling point to us, as in we throw £100 for a single fucking model.
Well, yeah, it is incredibly expensive. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
I mean
It's
maybe
ridiculously expensive.
Maybe £100 for a single model is maybe on the extreme level, but they do exist. You do get models.
There's
£100.
£140 worth of models right there.
Yeah, £70 each.
Yeah. And these are made of just plastic.
Yeah, and if you want to see something that's even more expensive, sorry if the noise, that noise.
Oh, I have you got Forge Worldy stuff with you?
There's this, which is a Cerastus Knight.
Oh yeah, you got Forge World stuff.
That's not a Forge World. That's the plastic Cerastus Knight.
Is that the plastic one?
Yeah. I do have Forge World actually. I have this, which is a Orc Squiggoth.
Oh, that's a nice little guy. I love that model.
Just the Squiggoth, not the Gargant one. That one, that's about £100.
Yeah,
I think it was £100.
In fairness, it's an expensive hobby. Unless you do get something from it or enough from it to warrant it, then I strongly suggest you don't take this hobby up because it's an expensive one to do.
It is an expensive hobby, which is partly why I like to do Elite Army, so I don't need to buy that many models.
Yes, that is why it's why I've gone for monsters rather than horde for my Tyranids.
Well, I'm thinking about what I want to do for my next army, and I want to do something that's like I would love to do like an army of dragons or dinosaurs, like doing the
Lizardmen.
No, sorry.
Like the Lizardmen.
Yeah, like the Lizardmen, but I don't like the lizard. I don't like the fact that you've got Lizardmen riding dinosaurs. I would rather just have the dinosaurs. I would like to do like an army similar to Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights. But
as a dinosaur base.
But I don't want to do Imperial Knights or. What I would love for them to do is release a 40k dragon style army. I would love them to do that. And actually, they teased it with the Christmas advert from Games Workshop. They teased it a few days ago. They teased a codex called Sloix or something like that. Horks. But we've had models from that army before, like Blood Bowl miniatures, and they're basically half dragon. Well, they're dragon men, and they look like cool models. The ones that were already released, and you can still buy a couple of the models now for Blood Bowl and like a commemorative, like limited edition models in the past. But in the Christmas advert, they tease a codex for it.
Ooh, that could be nice. I like Dragon Ball.
The codex of lizard men for 40k, basically.
Well, they've already put Beastmen in there.
Yeah, Beastmen. These ones are different, though. These do actually look like dragons. Like the model I saw was like a 4-legged dragon kind of thing, and then it had like a sci-fi helmet and a gun in its hand.
Oh, nice.
They do exist. See if I can get you a picture of it. So
Oh,
you can
I
see.
can share. I can share the screen so we can bring it up for everybody to see. For everybody to have a look at.
I can share screen for mine as well.
Yes. I mean, I've got to put it up, but yes, you can share screen.
Hold on, I can't remember what it was
Just
called.
gotta wait for it to arrive.
I can't even remember what it was called now.
I'm getting all tangled up with my headphones.
I know where I found it. It was on Spiky Bits.
Oh dear God.
Like a news article the other day. It linked to the video from. It was like a James Workshop video.
Oh right, yeah, I don't like that.
And he teased the Codex in that right at the beginning.
I think that character's a muppet. Bad character.
Sorry?
I think that's a bad character.
A bad character.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not that keen on it either, but sometimes they do give teasers to new things that are coming.
True. True. Which does have its uses and poke your brush. Back to purple again. And the purple that I've just washed out.
I will find it.
I'm not even on the screen anymore.
Pretty sure it was literally like yesterday or the day before the video was released, because it wasn't long at all.
Was it a community post?
No, don't think so.
With it being James Workshop?
I don't know.
Because he does the community post crap.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
And because the character does my head in so much, yeah, I generally don't look at anything that's got him on it.
Here we are. I found the video.
Go figure. I don't watch something I don't like. Who'd have thunk it from me here? Nearly got the purple back to being done. Stop getting your bits caught on the wires.
How do I? Oh wait. I'm just gonna mute myself for a second and watch the beginning of this video so I can find out, so I don't ruin your stream with the sound of the video.
Fair enough. Where was my other brushes that was going to use?
That's it. Codex Zoats. Zoats.
The Zoats?
Yeah.
They're the big four-legged things, aren't they?
Yeah, they already exist in the game, but they're teasing a new codex for them at the very beginning.
I don't see how they're going to get a full faction out of them.
But you never know. You never know.
No, true. Leagues of Votan surprised me.
But I'll share my screen.
It comes up. There we
you
go.
go.
Yeah, that's just the one that you got from Blackstone Fortress.
Yeah, but there was a couple of other models as well that they've released for them as well. Oh, there's this one. That was a Zort as well for Blood Bowl.
Oh.
So we've seen a few models of them already. And at the beginning of the new Christmas advert, he literally answers the phone in his comedic, his stupid comedic way. And he says, Codex Zorts, of course, and then moves on to the next bit. That's literally all that's said. So they mention Codex Zorts. And Games Workshop don't talk about something unless they plan on doing something about it.
True, they usually like to leave little drops and hints all over the place about things that they're going to do, even if it's only one thing that they're going to do in 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. So it might be 2 or 3 years. It might be when 11th edition comes out. Who knows? But I think this is more of a testing the water, see how many people go, oh, he mentioned Codex Zorts. Cool. I want to see that.
Oh, yeah. Possibly.
Because that's actually a very good way to know whether something you're going to do in business is going to work.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this green. Apart from try and tip some of it back in the bottle if I can.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But you don't want to leave it there too long because it'll start creating
Problems.
like a film over the top of it. And then even if you do put it in the bottle, it won't work as a paint anymore.
That's why I'm trying to use the bits that are least likely to film up. Or should say more likely to film up quickly. And then those other bits that hopefully won't be quite as quick I can get away with. Okay, this paint job is just not going how I want it to at all. It's just refusing to play ball with me.
If you're spilling the paint everywhere, of course it's not going to work.
Well, it wasn't intentional. I didn't spill it. It exploded in my hand. Bit of a difference on that one. Between spillage and explosions. You know.
It's all right. The worst spillage I ever had was for a bottle of super glue that was nearly full.
Oh, no.
The whole thing over the desk. Completely ruined the desk.
Yep. So
that was horrible.
I mean, I've still got no Nile scattered across this desk because I spilled a bottle of that, which wasn't nice. Any more little green spiky bits? Bleeding lots of them. And then his hooves.
So you're looking forward to our game on Tuesday?
Tomorrow? Yes. What time do I do this? I was thinking about 9ish as like this time-ish, because that way I can get kids in bed and
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I'm not having to rush around like an idiot and have lots and lots of things that will pull me away.
Yeah, it's fine. What I'll do is I'll just get everything. Well, I mean, I've got it all set up with both our armies on the board. Well, not on the board, you know what I mean. Ready for deployment, and we'll just get stuck into it straight away, randomly generate stuff and all that.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough tissues around to collect this one. Or a sock.
All had hand explosions. Yeah. I haven't had one for a while, thankfully. My desk is still fairly clean. The only paint on the desk is purposeful. Thankfully.
I'm just going quickly over bits that I'm thinking I could do with. I mean, a lot of that green, as you said, because of the water, is just run straight down. A lot of that yellow is just run straight down as well. But it does seem to have picked up in a lot of the areas that I needed it to re-go over, which is nice. Just need to re-get this tail done. See, I don't mind the like mottly, blotchy effects as much on these because it's supposed to be organic. No way in hell I'd be happy with that on a Space Marine. Though.
You say that, but it's if the motley effect is too much, it's very obvious that it's just paint pulled up. So I hope it's not too much.
I know. That's why I go over it with that. That's why I do the second dry brush. Because it kind of brings everything back round in together. So he goes, oh, right, yeah, it does all kind of look like the same model.
It does, yeah, and it gets rid of the shine as well.
Yeah.
The contrast.
Very much.
Well, I don't know about speed paints, but I imagine
they're shiny as hell.
Yeah.
They're shiny and they're dark.
That's why I prefer the GW contrast ones, because they're not all dark unless they're meant to be. Some of the contrast paints are really nice and vibrant, especially the more recent ones.
And some of the speed paints are quite bright themselves. I mean, even the yellow itself, the green especially is ridiculous. This green is very bright.
I can't find number 25. Where the hell are you? There we go. Found you. It was right where I didn't already look.
Yep. It's the last place you look. Funny how that happens, isn't it?
Indeed. I don't even need to find that piece yet. I'm still on the nodder before it. I'm jumping ahead of myself.
Oh, I found myself doing that all the time with GW's models. It's going, right, well, I know that bit goes there, but I know that bit's going to go in there, so I'll cut that bit out now and I'll do that bit.
The annoying thing is, these are fucking orcs, and I hate painting orcs now. Although, I have found an easier way to start it. Oh, bye-bye, Jack.
See you later, Jack. Have a good night, mate. Oh, why can't I see that? It's because my mouth is in the way there.
I do have a green primer now that's perfect as a base for orcs. I just do that green primer, Beal-tan green over the top of it, and it makes a nice skin tone.
Nice archy tone.
Yeah, it's actually not what you would expect. It's Death Guard green. Death Guard green with Beal tan over the top of it makes a really nice vibe. It makes a really nice fleshy green.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I've got a model. I've got a model to show you that is I'm pretty proud of. That I painted. It's Nazrag, whatever you call him.
Oh,
The person who
beast.
wanted him wanted the Squigoth to be painted like a Gila monster with the red and black and yellow stripes going over the top of it, and I'm really pleased with how it came out.
It's not a bad model, actually. It's quite nice.
It is.
Not quite the colour scheme I personally would have gone for, but then again, it's not my model, so who gives a crap?
No,
about
but
my opinion?
but it actually works. That black and yellow stripe color actually works on the Squigoth, and his orc army is kind of like meant to be like on a Martian type planet, and he kind of feels as though the Squigoths on there would be more lizard-like than anything else.
Well, squigs is squigs. Squigs is squigs.
Yeah, I know, I get you, but you know, it's a nice, it's a very nice color scheme actually. It
No,
looks
it is. It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't deny that is quite a nice colour scheme.
Certainly, it's certainly not expected. When he asked me to do it like a Gila monster, I was like, "Oh right, okay, that's weird. I'm not sure how I'm going to make that look good." But actually, it's after doing a bit of research and looking at the markings of Gila monsters,
I had a similar thing when I was coming to the colour scheme for these. It's like yellow, green, what? That shouldn't work. And surprisingly, it has to a certain degree. As long as I tidy it up a bit.
Tyranids look good with that like heavy contrast, opposite colours thing.
Yes, they do. They do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will be taking a small break during this because I have to give it drying time. And as much as I don't like it, it's a necessity. It is a necessity. You have to let the paint dry, otherwise it doesn't work.
That'd be a good stream. Just put the model in front of the camera and let people watch the paint dry.
Well, that's kind of what I'm going to do. But as you know, I have two cameras, and I have two cameras for kind of a reason.
Yeah, but no one wants to look at the other one.
No, they don't, but it's better than what you can paint dry sometimes. And it still means that I can
I don't know.
continue.
I'd rather sit and watch a model dry for 24 hours than watch your face for 5 minutes.
That's why this one's going to be staying up. I'm going to put this one up big, and then it'll be staying up big while I go outside and tank up on nicotine while I wait for this to dry. Before I do that, I'm just going to touch up.
Or you could quit smoking.
Or you could shush up, because that ain't happening right now.
Got no willpower.
Oh, I've got willpower.
Then quit.
No. To
Why
quit,
not?
to quit, there has to be one thing there, and that is a willingness to.
Willingness and willpower. Same word.
No, it's basically I don't want to.
You don't want to because you don't have the willpower to do it.
No, at this moment.
Every single person who's smoking wants to quit smoking, but they don't have the willpower to do so. They know it's bad. They know it's not good. It's everyone wants to deep down.
No. Not really. Some people, it's quite literally their only advice to get away from certain things. This is going everywhere. I think that's the best I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try and find the lid for it now. Well, I move my camera back over there a moment. Where did that lid fire off to? There it is. As I've just looked there, the nozzle is very clogged. But I've managed to salvage some, which is good. Now this is where I have to go absolutely nuts with my microphones and my headphones and all sorts of other things. Just stay at my hands.
What, you're going to have a smoke on the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't hear you. Oh, Hardwich. What the model's made of? The plastic. Sometimes they're made of resin, but those are the more expensive ones. But these ones are all made of plastic. Both mine and Lazar's. They're all plastic. The ones that we're working on right now, that is. This is annoying because I'm planning on going live on my own channel, doing these live streams, so people can watch me paint and I can chat to people. But I have no idea how to talk to people and talk about random things when, like, there's no one here. It's weird. So I worry that my live streams are just going to be me sitting in silence.
And I'm back.
Listen, fuck off. No.
Yes.
I'll put
Hello.
my music
I'm
on.
back.
I'll put my music on. If I have to listen to music, it'll be my music.
Yeah, I can't hear my music from in here. I can't hear my music at all.
Well, you've not got any music on, or at least if you have.
Is it?
If you have, we
Is
can't
it?
hear.
Is it not working at the moment? Okay, let's find out.
It's not on. It hasn't for a while. I don't know how long it's not been working for. Might have stopped when I did my screen share. I don't know. Please don't be putting the music on. Rammstein. Yeah, I like Rammstein. Rammstein's good. Don't listen to them as much, but I do like them.
Is that back now? Whoa.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, that's because it was right next to my PC.
You're very loud and the music is very quiet, but that's fine.
No, that's the right way around. I don't want to be. I don't want the music to be outdrawing me and you, and I just want it to be there for the moment where we are quiet. There is something there in the background, and I'm dropping my phone and it's sliding everywhere. Fingers crossed, all these are going to be dry by the time I get in.
Should
I
be,
hope so.
unless it's like an inch thick.
No, it's not an inch thick, but it's got a good old coating on it. Definitely got a good old coating on it. Had I not done the green thing, it would have already been sorted by now.
It would.
Instead, I now have a nice green splodge on my jeans to match the black splodges and the other things that, yeah, paints and what have you that I've covered my face, covered all my fucking desk. Look at the state of that paint palette.
I haven't listened to Rammstein in a while, actually. Hadwich. But sorry, Hadwich. But I haven't heard their latest album. Didn't know they had a latest album.
Lots of people are coming out with new albums at the moment, which is great. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
Getting all new music.
they are.
So enjoy a cigarette at the 1.5 hour mark, which is nice. I know I don't advocate smoking, but I do smoke. So yeah, after an hour and a half, I need a cig, and drying time is a perfect time to do it. So I think you can actually get this model up to that standard without fucking up, but with doing the dry brushing in an hour and a half. So I think I could get to where I am now with the model in an hour and a half if I don't mess up the green paint, but take into effect the time I did to do the first dry brush. So that's not bad, really. To look for about an hour and a half to almost get a model to a 3-stage colour tabletop ready standard. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Seeing as I'm not talking about a Space Marine or a little Gretchen or anything, I'm talking about fucking big monster rather than something that's small and tiny.
Yeah, that thing.
Good evening.
If I sat and focused on it, I'd probably get that done in 12 hours, maybe 12, 14 hours.
Yeah, but you put a lot more time and effort into getting certain details than I would, whereas I'm going to be going bink, 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 dry brush the whole lot. Boom, it looks good
I
enough.
wouldn't dry brush or contrast it or anything like that. I'll be block painting it, adding a wash, and then adding highlights where on certain colours where it benefits.
You'll be old school.
Yeah.
Good evening, Maladath. Did I get that right? Please say I got that right. Yes, Maladath 1980.
Maladath.
Yes, which is another new name. Thank you for coming to join us. At the moment, I'm waiting for the Narn assimilator to dry at the moment, so taking the opportunity to come out for a cigarette. The fun things that you have to do. So yes, that is my desk that is currently covered in green paint. I don't think I'm not going to be up in the morning. Richard's got to be up in the morning. I don't have to be up in the morning. We know each other through GP. Oh, do we? Excellent. I thank you for coming to join us from there, and from the USA as well.
What's GP?
GPTV is Girl Play TV. It's a bunch of Twitch streamers, all female. Obviously, hence the Girls Play, and they go through quite a variety of different things. They go gaming, music, silly escapades, cosplay. I got into them when they did the Bricky reviews. I found out about them when they did the Bricky reviews, Warhammer things, because in fairness, Brickies are the best ones that I've seen so far. And when they did them, I thought, actually, I'll give these young girls a shot, see what they're like. And they're not bad. I mean, obviously, I'm a 40-year-old bloke. Some of the stuff to do is like, okay, that's really not for me. But I can see there is a market there for them, and I don't begrudge them for what they do. But yeah, they're not bad, and they seem to actually get it, if you know what I mean. Whereas a lot of people will look at 40k and they'll see the numbers that'll come in off it, because 40k, let's face it, we are an obsessive bunch.
Yeah.
I'm losing my headphones. But they seem to get it. They've attempted a few models, they've painted some stuff. I think Nikki did Celestine, if I'm right. And what did Liv do? Liv was doing another model as well. So they actually give it a go a few times, as I advertise on your channel and EB's channel. I'll put up the link to the thingy, and if any of them came in and wanted to join, then by all means the link's pinned at the top. They can do. But yes, thank you for coming to join us, and that's where the GPTV thing comes in.
Well, if you're interested, I'm Sinscape Studios. I have my own website. You can check me out as well if you want.
Yes, Sinscape does. I've not put your descriptions in. I've not put anything in the descriptions for you this time, because I'm never 100% that you're going to show up.
I will try to most of the time.
Yeah, I figured as much, but I don't want to put pressure on it by putting your details into the description before you actually turned up. So I usually go back and retrospectively go back and put your links in.
Yeah.
I think they're in most of them. Obviously, any guests that I do have up, I do put the links in, just for the fact that if anyone's curious. I've nearly finished this, so I need to go back and see if that thing's dried. I really hope it's dried. I don't want to sit in front of the computer and just watch paint dry. Sorry for you, that. Yes, I am painting my second Norn tonight. So if it's not dry, I'll pull the first Norn out. Right, now I've got to do all the messing about with microphones to stop feedback. So, ooh, that's a creaky door.
What was that?
That was my front door.
Oh.
Right,
Sounded like an elephant with a soft throat.
Oh yes, it's like that.
But yeah, Maladath, check out sinscapestudios.co.uk. Check out what I do. I do painting. I commission painting. I'm going to be doing my own live streams as well, starting on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Maybe you can come and join me there as well. Hopefully, I'll start doing that this week. There we go. I might get my cheeky plug in there. They also have a Discord channel if you want to jump into there as well. I will. I'll check out your channel. Is it a YouTube channel? Is it Discord, or what do you have? I mean, I know Laz just kind of explained it, but I don't really listen to half the stuff he says. Do you have Discord, Facebook, YouTube?
Right. Since you don't listen to half the stuff beside you, gonna listen to me now? Right. GP is Girls Play. Is now Maladath, I don't believe you are a member of the team that goes up on camera. I don't think you are. You maybe if you are. Click
Say what now?
Your face. Girls Play have I think about 8 members. And
there you go. She's asking you to link my page, I think.
to link Sinscape's page?
I think so. I would, but I don't know if I can do it.
Yes, you should have admin privileges, I believe.
Can I?
No, I'm not admin privileges, just give me a moment, I'll back it up. And where am I getting? I'm getting Sinscape Studios.
So I do commission painting, and I also do prize competitions, so you can win commissions. And then I will be doing live streams every week to find the winners. And soon I'm going to start doing live streams of me painting and chatting to people, just like Laz is doing. That's my plan.
Sinscape doesn't have a Twitch at the moment. Here is Sinscape.
Well, I do have a Twitch, but it's not. I've not got anything on it. It's just there waiting for me to do some work on it.
Nighthead. So there's a link to Sinscape's actual website, which you can go through various things.
Yeah, my Discord link is on there as well. You can watch the live streams. I had one today actually. That should be on the website now, automatically.
No, he's not dried yet. So to answer Maladath's question, to get this one looking like this one by the end of the night is the idea. It's possible. Hopefully I can do it.
Possible. I mean, you've decided to smoke, so you don't have to stop right now, do you?
Well, I do still have to wait because there is still freaking wet paint on it.
Paint something else in the meantime.
Also, I'm just looking at is there anything else that I need to do green while I've got all these green spillage everywhere?
Do some orcs.
If that's not a bad idea. Do I have no? Because I'm running low on ivory and I don't want to have to dry brush them because I need all the ivory to dry brush this big boy at the end.
No.
Essentially, that's the stage that I'm waiting for now. So I'm going to move this complete cacophony of mess out of my way for a moment onto some cardboard so that
I'll see you, Hadwick. Hadwick.
Good night, Hage.
Hadwick. However you say it.
I don't know. It's Hage.
I want to try it. I want to make sure I get it right. I think it's. I personally prefer.
After so long trying, and I think it was a personal thing for Hage just to go, look, it is torture for me. Please don't try anymore. It's just like, fair enough. I will not try anymore. I will.
Well, I think I'm close enough. I think I'm close.
I think I've got it right a couple of times, but
Hadwick.
no.
Hadwick.
Yeah. Right, let's put that in there so I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I've got the tissues down there just in case, and not for that before anyone thinks about it. Dirty-minded people. Oh, my mission's going to kill me. I just spotted something, and it's yeah, she's kind of do that.
What have you done? I mean, I know what you've done, but what?
I was just trying to see if that camera would be able to get into focus for it, but no, I'm going to have to move this one.
What's happened? What hilarious thing have you fucked up this time?
That's my radiator.
It's on the radiator. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I love it.
So, yeah, I don't think my missus is going to be very happy with me in the morning.
Just pretend you have no idea where it comes from.
Just
pretend.
But,
just be like, just as soon as she points out, you go, "Oh my god, what? How did that happen?" And it's like it could. I have no idea where that come from. And just completely blag it from that point onwards.
have a good night, Melida. You go looking, Mum. You go looking. Oh, lady. I don't know, actually.
Is Melida saying goodnight to Hadwick?
I don't know what he's saying. They're saying they're going into lurk mode, which basically means that, yeah, they won't be typing, they'll just be paying attention in the background because it'll be on. Which I do many times myself. I've done quite a few times. I've lurked on a few.
Oh my god, seriously. I spent twice as long building these models because I can't find the pieces I need.
I don't
normally have this much problems with these kits, but this particular kit in question is really bad for it. I'm just not able to find any of the pieces I need. There's 3 sprues for only 10 fucking models. It's a kill team. It's a kill team. Kill team always gets lots of options because each model can be kitted like 2 or 3 different ways.
Yeah, the Void Guards ones, they were a pain to put together. Do you want it with this variant, or this variant? Well, if you choose this variant, that one can't have this or this. It's like, oh, for God's sake, so you've got to plan every one in advance to know which ones are going where. And
yeah, well, that's why if you look at my book here, I've circled the ones that I'm going to build.
Yeah, so you're going for the green option as opposed to the blue option.
For most of the time, it's just because the client wants special weapons where possible. Just so happens to be the green options on them.
As opposed to the standard slugger chopper option.
Yeah, exactly.
Shooter option.
He wants the flamers and the missile launchers and whatever else they have.
Bloody all sorts.
Aha! I found it. I found number 29.
Because they have a tank buster in there. They have that little, what's he called? The ninja grot.
Yeah, they've got that as well. Yeah, the little ninja grot and the little squig.
Yeah, you got bomb squig as well.
Yeah.
He's still not bloody dry yet, and I'm losing viewers like fun. Well, watching the number going down anyway. I'm waiting for this to dry. As soon as this dries, I can then start the dry brush on it. But I gotta wait for the sod to dry first. And it's just little bits. Just annoying little bits, like one little bit down here. Just one bit there that's not dry.
We can
One little
start
bit.
painting the rest of it.
Yeah, but there's one little bit in there that's not dry. There's little bits in there that's not dry. There's a little bit in there that's not dry.
Get a brush and make sure it's dry, and just carefully dab the paint out of the recesses. But don't do too much because it will create tide lines. Did that work?
It's
I mean, it will work.
Off
I know
the-
that it will work.
brush. This is working.
See? Always right.
I don't mind taking advice and how to do stuff if it's something new and that I don't know how to do. It's like, oh, I didn't think about doing that. And just dabbing it away to potentially remove the moisture from it.
Like, if speed paint or contrast is taking too long to dry because it's pulling up in recesses, it means you put too much on it. So you can, and quite often, like, you paint a whole model in contrast. Most of that paint will focus in one area and you'll get this big blob and it looks ugly. So you do have to be careful and pick up the paint back off the model sometimes.
Well, it didn't help that I had to go back and redo the model essentially again.
No, I know. That was your main problem there.
Yeah, if I didn't have to do that, I think I would have been in a much better position than I am now.
Yeah, and no matter how much you tried drying it, there would have still been some moisture on there, and that would have, that wouldn't have helped.
So making sure I give it enough time to dry and make sure I can get it to the next driest. So it is actually a bit on his shoulder there. It's either shiny or it's dry. Or it's not dry. I think it's not dry. Fine, I'll get cleared up with a dry brush next. Awesome. So, final step. I hope I don't have any paint pots to knock over this time.
Hey, I'm sure you'll manage it somehow still.
Well, no, I pre-prepped this ivory into my wet palette before I even started the stream.
Yeah, but you'll still do something. You'll drop the wet palette probably. Or you'll drop the brush with the paint on it.
See,
You'll
dropping
do
a brush isn't that bad. I can deal with dropping a brush.
Yeah, but it will land in that one place.
What do you mean the
That
tray
means
that I put
it
down there
just
with all the
caused
green
more
paint in it?
damage.
Do you mean the place where
I'll tell you
where
what,
I
one
spilled all the
problem I
green paint?
have. One problem I have quite often is when I'm painting, I don't realise I'm holding the model over the wet palette, and sometimes I drop the model in the wet palette.
All right, no, wet palette way over there.
It's the worst thing you can do. It's a habit that I need to get out of, and I do that because it's quick and easy to just move the paintbrush from the model to the wet palette that's directly like 2 inches next to where my hand is.
Oh yeah, I understand why
when I
you do it, but yeah, no.
When I drop the model into the paint itself, that is so bad because sometimes it's irreparable without having to like start a whole color again. Because I don't use speed paint or contrast, so as soon as you drop that model in the paint, seconds later it's pretty much dry again. It's it's horrible. I always get terrified when I drop the model in the paint palette. I've done it on live stream here with you before. You've obviously never noticed it.
Well, no, because my head's down, so unless you draw attention to it, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Obviously, mine being on the larger camera setting, people get to see me screw up more.
Oh, don't worry. When I start my Twitch stuff, people watch me screw up. I'm sure.
See, I was tempted to do this on Twitch, but I didn't think it would gain as much traction on Twitch as it would do on YouTube.
Well, I'm doing it on Twitch, but I'm also going to be streaming direct onto YouTube from Twitch as well. So I'm going to be using my OBS to stream into both at the same time.
See, I could. See, that means that you're going to be singular. You're going to be up there on your own. You're not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, well, probably. I don't really know. I mean,
OBS won't let you bring people up with you. That's why we use StreamYard.
no, but if you do, I don't know. There must be a way of doing it, even if I don't use whatever it is you're using. There must be something out there that I can't.
Oh, there are others that you
and
can do it
multi-stream.
with.
You can't. Hold on. If you have the paid version of what you're doing, you can do multi-stream, can't you?
Yes, if you have a paid version of StreamYard, you can do a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll get the paid version. This is going to be for my business anyway, so.
Yeah, the paid version, you can do a lot more on it. For instance, that StreamYard logo that I've got just up in that top corner,
Yeah.
you can change that to your logo.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, I have the paid version of OBS, so I can have them like a good UI on the screen instead of just a generic one. So I'm happy to pay for StreamYard so I can do multiple streaming.
Where the fuck did I put that box of tissues? And some yellow.
Where did you put the box of tissues? Underneath the green bin.
No, going next to me, but I missed some yellow. And I think I managed to salvage it. I'm going to have to come back with a bit of purple.
What are you going to do about the radiator? Because there's no way that's still wet.
No, that I'm going to go at it with some hand alcohol tomorrow.
I still think you should pretend you did it, that you have no idea where it comes from. Just for a
No,
laugh.
she's going to know exactly where it's come from, and she would not find it funny.
I would still joke about it and pretend.
In fact, she may even be lurking in the chat right now, fuming. No, what has he done down there? But I don't think I'll be getting a call through from the
I forgot
sausage
to
just
scrape
yet.
the mold lines off a piece.
Oh, you
And
forgot to scrape the mold lines off a piece?
Yeah, and I've already put the plastic glue on it.
Oh, I mean,
That's
if
what
it was me, I can understand because I don't do crap like that. Not very often, anyway. But you, travesty.
It happens often.
Well,
It happens more often than you think that I forget to do the mold lines because I take off a lot of pieces. If you've ever watched me build any models, you'll see that I kind of like take all the pieces for a whole page in the booklet all off and put them on top of the image where they should be. So piece 27 is on top of the number 27 in the book.
Oh, and then you
I do all of the mold lines together and then I glue it all together. But I missed one piece while I was scraping off the mold lines.
And you call yourself a professional.
Did not hear a word you just said there.
And I said, tut, 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 and you call yourself a professional. You get the mold lines off. You get paid to do it.
That's the question.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do
think
it. You do it as a living. Therefore, you do it professionally.
I don't call myself a professional. I think there's people out there that's more professional than I am. But I do also say that it's a pro-painted miniature.
Exactly.
So I guess that is me saying professional, but
You
I
you telling
typically
people
would-
you are a professional painter.
I typically wouldn't say that I'm a professional. I wouldn't say I'm an amateur either.
Then you're gonna have to
Somewhere-
rebrand it. Then you're gonna have to rebrand it as either a semi-pro or an amateur paint job when you.
I don't know what I
So,
class myself as really. I just class
That's
myself as a painter that
If you're charging for it and you are doing it as a job, then you are a professional painter.
yeah, suppose.
What do you call a footballer who gets paid to kick a ball on a pitch? Do you call him a Sunday League player?
I call him a waste of space.
But you still call him a professional, waste of space.
I wouldn't call him a professional. No, not at all. Because playing football does not need to be a You do not need to be a professional to kick a ball into a hole.
No, but to get paid for it, you do.
They get paid for it, yeah, but you get paid for doing many things. It doesn't make you a professional in it. So no, I would never call I would never ever say a footballer is a professional in anything. Well, except maybe the ones that kind of like are on social media and TV all the time. They'll be professional TV personalities. That's as far as I'd go.
Ooh, where did I put my?
As you can probably tell, I hate football.
Yeah, well, I already know you don't like football. It's just the easiest example of a professional.
It's like, for me, like, I'm an artist, right? For me to say that I'm a professional artist, I would have to be like, I don't know, like selling into galleries and stuff like that, and being having a brand kind of thing. That's the kind of level I would have to be to class myself as a professional. It's
Right,
probably wrong. It's probably wrong, like, because you know, but that's just how it feels to me, you know.
Oh, okay. Right, now these two look very different.
The one on the right looks like it needs more dry brushing.
This one?
Yeah.
Actually, quite the opposite. So if you look
There just seems to be more contrast on the left one.
Yeah, this one's had an over dry brush by the looks of it. So I'm probably going to have to, wash back in on that one. That dry brush is essentially dried all out, which is good, I suppose. He's kind of done what he's done its namesake, but not the actual way I wanted it to. Rather than just catch the layers, it's dried it out. So let's just see if I can. That's the one purple. Where's the right purple? Try and darken some of that up a little bit more. Yeah, this is certainly not going as planned. The other one went way easier.
I'm sure you'll fix it, but don't do it. Don't try to over fix it, if you know what I mean. The more you try to fix it, the worse it's going to get.
I'm just trying to get a little bit more colour on there, so the purple's not as washed out. See, it's going to be the main point with this one. I'll brighten up that purple again.
That's partly why I like to. If I have like multiple of one model, I would rather paint them both at the same time instead of doing one and then painting the other one, because you're bound, especially if you're dry brushing, which is not a precise painting technique at all, as you know. It's going to be very difficult to get them both looking exactly the same.
Well, I don't want them to be exactly the same anyway. I do want variance, but I do want some difference between them because, well, I've armed them differently. Apart from the head, one is armed as an annihilator, one's armed as an emissary. So they are actually armed differently.
But painting, you want them to be the same, because the light would catch them both in the same way. The armor would still be the same color, so you should want the same finish on them both.
Yeah, I'm trying as much as I can to at least get the more raised and dominant features of it too.
Yeah, but don't try. That's what I mean. Don't try too hard, because the more you try to fix it, the worse it's going to get. Obviously, just basically fix it, yes, but nowhere to stop.
Yeah, oh yes. I'm not even touching some of the yellows. I'm not even touching some of the greens. And there's only certain parts of the purple that I'm going over now. And it's just because it's just a little bit too light on some of those areas.
Yeah.
And now that's gone over. I am painting on the camera, look. I am painting on the camera, Kirsty. I'm painting on the camera, Kirsty. I'm getting better at that since you continuously reminded me. Thank you very much for. So I shall try it as that, and then.
Kirsty, you need to come onto my live streams when I start doing them and getting me to do it on painting on camera, because it's very difficult. It's not easy at all to paint with your hand in the same place at all times.
Stop nicking my staff, you.
I'm gonna steal your entire life.
Good luck with that.
And I'm gonna crush it into the dirt.
Yeah, right. Run away screaming after about 3 days.
Oh, I don't want your life. I'm just gonna take it off you and
give it back to me in a couple of days. Going now, you can keep it.
Yeah, once I've humiliated your life.
You can get that far. Oh wow, that's very light. Ooh. I'm not happy with that.
I'll get Captain to run my stream. Buzzard will come in there and just watch, and my stream will become your stream but better. There we go. I don't know why it would be better, because I probably won't be talking. I won't be able to talk to the camera without someone being there, and so I got no idea what I'm going to do to fill in the gaps.
Whereas, yeah, I can just talk crap for hours.
Who knows?
I've actually found out that apparently I talk to myself way more than I realised.
See, I have conversations with myself in my head, but it's never voiced. I don't even know if that's normal. I don't know if other people have conversations in their head.
My missus will shout into the kitchen, who am I talking to? Say, it's me. I'm talking to me. You're talking to yourself. Yep. You get locked up for that. So not yet.
I wouldn't mind if I got locked up. Easier life.
No, I don't want to be locked up. They don't let you have things like knives and paintbrushes.
I don't want knives, but they get PlayStations. They don't have to pay rent or bills or anything like that. They don't have to be an adult. So
you can shit yourself and someone else comes and changes it.
That's a good point, yeah. That would be fun.
One of the main things I'm looking forward to by getting really old, because apparently I'm old already. Thank you very much to my son. He's pointed that one out to me.
Well, you are.
I'm not that old. I'm only 40.
You're an old fart. All you do is complain and whinge.
That's because I'm English.
You can't use fucking computers. You don't know what to do with them. You break everything you touch.
I have no know what I'm doing with computers. He's just putting the effort into to do it. Really.
Yeah, useless, Laz. Useless.
No, I'm not. I do have uses. Like changing light bulbs without having to get a chair.
Well, I can do that as well.
It's very useful, that one.
I can do that as well. I get someone else to do it. I don't need a chair at all.
That's what I mean. I don't even need someone else to do it. It's great. You just change the light bulb. So I do have some uses. I can cook.
Sounds like the start of a joke. How many Lazarus does it take to change a light bulb?
One, he's just awesome. Right.
Yeah, that is a joke. That is fucking hilarious because everyone knows that is absolutely not true.
Hey, I am awesome. Right. Now let's try onto this dry brushing again.
Oh, thank you, Rabbit. On YouTube.
Yes. Oh, I'm guessing that will be on YouTube.
Thank you. I'll be doing it through Twitch, but it will also be streaming through YouTube at the same time. I hope. I know that is possible. I just don't know how to do it yet. I was going to do it last week, but the only reason I didn't was because I don't know yet. And I haven't sat down to focus on learning it yet, because learning new things frustrates me a lot sometimes if it's not clear and the instructions are not accurate. You know, the worst thing in the world for me when I'm learning something new, especially when it's computers, is when you find instructions and the instructions are outdated. So what you're looking at is not exactly what is described in the instructions. It pisses me off so much. Like, it frustrates me, and it is the autism thing that's talking. When it takes a lot for me to understand new processes on computers and stuff like that. And when a machine doesn't work as it should be, it gets extremely frustrating for me, and I just can't cope with it. And I get like physical discomfort at the same time. So when you go on the Microsoft website, which is outdated like 10 years, and you're following instructions on there on how to remove something or do something to change a setting, and you click on the thing that they tell you to click on, and the menu is completely different, and the option that they tell you to click on doesn't exist. It sends me loopy, and you know what I mean, I think.
Yeah, it can be a little infuriating. It's giving you instructions for Windows 10 Home Edition to go into your directories when you're in fact using Windows 11 Pro, and it's like, well, that's not even that's not even an option.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it was just on a different screen. It's not even an option. I tried using the command bar, it wouldn't even let me.
Command bar? That's not even... Is that a joke for Apple?
No.
Command is an Apple thing. There is no command on a Windows.
CMDMGR.
Oh, for some reason I thought you meant on the keyboard.
No, I mean type CMD MGR into your search menu at your little bottom, and you'll get Command Manager. Oh, you should do.
Oh, you keep going out of frame, lads. Naughty, naughty. Your boss is telling you what to do now.
Yeah, something went wrong on my... I'm not sure what was going wrong on
Something
my
went wrong
screen.
for you.
So. No, because I was in tabs. I was in tabs and it was doing other stuff. So, yeah, I put it down for a second. And I just need to catch the inside of this one. And then come back. How many little green spots did I have? I know I missed some green spotty bits. But where did I miss?
But Kirsty, it is very, very difficult to paint a model on camera and keep it in the middle of the camera. It is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah.
Whether you're live or you're just recording it for a video, it's not easy at all. A lot harder than you may think it is.
So now we have one Norn assimilator and one Norn emissary. You look close enough to each other so you know they're from the same bloody army, but just different enough. That, yeah, that should work. Where's the last dry brush? Because I've not done down here yet. Dry brushing. 2 hours 10, so I'll call it 2.5 hours to get to this point. He's doing all right.
When you're on these live streams.
Oh, it does. It does. Especially when you decide you're going to take a sick break about halfway through.
It just only feels like I've been sat here for an hour.
Okay, so there is Mr. Norn. Oh, sorry. And Mr. Norn Ireland. Let's just move some of these things out of the way for a moment. And then let's do this.
I'm going to be making some more tutorials as well soon.
See, I think the tutorials are named wrong. They shouldn't be called tutorials. They should be called how I do this.
I mean, yeah, I actually thought about that myself, actually, and that is kind of what I'm going to be doing. I will be kind of like doing something similar to that. It'll be like how Sinscape paints, something like that. Because obviously, my way of doing those green lightning blades would be different to how someone else does it. And my same minus the tutorial is kind of like saying my way is the best way of doing it. This is how you should do it your way, you know? And I don't like.
Which is why it's like, this is my version of Slapshot. I don't say this is the version of Slapshot. This is just how I do it. Because I do the second layer. I do the second set of dry brushing, which a lot of people apparently who Slapshot don't do that. Don't do a second dry brush.
Not a lot. No, not really.
I think you can't not do it because the colours are so vibrant. You end up with something that's way too cartoony for me.
You say that. I did. It wasn't like a tutorial, but I was doing some miniatures for someone on stream to show them how to do the Slapshot. And I painted these guys in the Slapshot way.
Which guys? Go on.
These guys. And these haven't had a dry brush over the top of them. This is just purely Slapshot.
But see, that red's still quite vibrant. If you was to do the dry brush over it like I do, that red will get toned right down.
I think that's the light reflecting off it in the camera, personally. I don't think they are that vibrant. It is that vibrant.
Although it looks very, very red from my angle.
Maybe that's more like it block a little bit of the light there, so it's not glaring. Maybe that's.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. It's not. We're not talking like it's a bright red itself, but the red has no tying tone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I literally picked the colours just to show him how certain colours reacted to the method, because as you'll know, green goes on differently to red and goes differently to blue.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So I didn't pick the colours for any particular reason. But yeah, I didn't want to do a dye brush over the top of it like that.
How do you stop deleting the video you're trying to edit? Keep a raw copy. Keep a raw copy as a background. Never delete over your original copy. So then you've always got one that you can pull from.
Oh God, yeah. If you're working on something, make sure you've got a backup copy.
Load it from a separate screen. So if you've got two separate places you can load it into both. So if you can load it into the lower end, then then move it up into the higher end where you can edit it from there. Keep the roar at the lower, then edit it at the highest point. Really depends what software you're using. I'm not that good with some of them, but yeah, keep your raw copy. That way, if you do lose something, you've always got that one to go back on. Right. So let's see what we've got now. Let's try and get the big bugs at the back. So I can actually arrange these things into some kind of order in the court.
This orc has a gun that I've never seen before. Maybe you'll know what it is. I don't know.
Which one is the one? So
Hold on, I'm just gluing it. It's like a
Oh.
string on the end.
yeah, no, that is a new gun. That is a new weapon.
No,
I
okay.
don't actually know what it's called. It is a genuinely new weapon. You only get one of them in there. It's a Daka weapon, which I'm not overly keen on. I don't like Daka weapons
Okay.
because
The
they're
book
not
that I'm
assault
re-
and they're worse than rapid fire.
the book that I'm reading it from says it's a commando comms boy. So the guy has got something to do with telecommunications. It's like communication, sorry.
That's a
So
bit odd.
I don't know. I don't know what gun it is. Maybe it's not a gun. Maybe it's just a radio thing. I don't know.
Could be just a radio. Right, okay, so it's 20 intelligence. I have a Neuro Tyrant done 2 Ripper Swarm bases, which I still need 2 more of them. I figured I can finish my army now for less than £100, which is nice. Provided, of course, you do get 3 von Ryan's Leapers in the starter kit, don't you?
You do, I believe. Yeah, you do. Yeah. All of the Tyranid stuff that went with the Leviathan is now coming out individually in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered about that. I just want 3 more Leapers.
Yeah, but they're coming out separately now.
Yeah, but if I get the starter set, I get 3 Leapers, 20 Gaunts, and another Psychophage, which is one of them.
Yeah,
I want one of them. That's actually in my list, I believe. I've got 2 Psychophages, 1 Screamer Killer Carnifex, and then my Neuro Tyrant, my Neuro Gaunts. But yeah, I like those Psychophages. That 6+ feel no pain they give within an aura, and then the 5+ feel no pain they have themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's pretty good actually. I like that.
Feel no pain is definitely a very, very strong.
Well, it gets through so much damage. It's like mortal wounds, feel no pain. Devastating wound, feel no pain. It's the only type of save you get against every type of damage.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that can stop a feel no pain. It's it's probably one of the strongest rules, especially if you can get like a 4+ feel no pain, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a 4+ feel no pain is just stupid.
The orcs have this model that I'm painting, the one I showed you, the one with the yellow and black squig off.
Yeah.
His rules are ridiculous. He's toughness 10,
Yep.
a 4+ invuln, and a 4+ feel no pain.
And that's the generic version.
No, that's the main character version.
Oh, is that the squig with the
Oh,
white
no,
squig
sorry.
around
The main character version, the one that I'm thinking of, is like a 2+ armor save, 4+ invuln, and a 4+ feel no pain.
And he hits like a friggin' brick.
Yeah, he's very, very strong. He'll kill whatever you want him to charge. He's tougher than a Space Marine vehicle. And the Space Marine vehicle is made of fucking metal.
He's tougher than a knight. He can take knights out. He's fun. You
So
just charge him into
a knight.
a knight and see who survives.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I thought you meant, when you said tougher, I thought you meant his toughness. But yeah.
No,
yeah,
charge him into a knight and see who survives.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If he charges anything, it'll kill whatever it charges. But if you charge him and he's lost some wounds already, you might be able to kill him. But it's unlikely. Yes. You need to bring him down with shooting.
Yep, and quickly. Because as soon as he gets that chance to stomp on you, he's going to take it. There we go. All the big bugs are at the back now.
I had a game against an orc player that used like the squig offs quite commonly. And I basically just where he placed his Nazrag or whatever he's called, the character version of that, I put a unit of Pathfinders in front of him so he couldn't get to the targets that he wanted, like my Hammerhead and my Storm Surge. I didn't want him to be able to kill them with him, so I put a unit of Pathfinders in the way, blocking his route in because there was a big piece of terrain there. I blocked him from getting to my Hammerhead for almost the entire game, and his character pretty much moved in total from deployment to the point he died in turn 5. He moved like maybe 8 inches in total because I just kept on blocking him with unit after unit after unit of Pathfinders or whatever. Because my Tau army, my army is the battle suits. The troops are basically just there to score objectives. So I just used them as a speed bump to kill, to stop him from being able to use that character.
Get in his way, get in his way, get in his way, and that's what you're there for.
Yeah, pretty much, and it worked really well. To be fair, though, even when he used his Warg rule, his combat was appalling. He had an Orc Commando unit, 8 models, charged a unit of Tau Fire Warriors. Should have killed all of them, 10 wounds, toughness 3 or whatever. He killed 6 of them. His dice rolling was terrible.
Oh, that's just not lucky, though. That's just not good.
It was, and I just fell back and blocked his character again with that same unit, and it really, really annoyed him.
Yeah, that would have been close to table flipping. It was like, no, I'm not having this.
His whole game, his combat was terrible. I don't think he didn't. He actually failed to kill a single unit in combat for the whole game.
Orcs against Tau and he didn't kill anything in combat.
He failed to kill a single unit. In fact, I killed one of his units in combat.
That is embarrassing. I'm finding green contrast paint everywhere.
He got locked into combat with a broadside for 3 turns. With knobs.
Oh, for God's sake.
With power claws. He got locked into combat with 3 turns. With a single model. It was crazy.
That's just...
To be fair, my broadside had a 4+ invuln that I kept passing, and he kept failing his attacks. It was absolutely abysmal for him. I felt bad for him. But it was a good game. We still had fun, so...
Well, now that I believe, done for this evening, I might, in better light, come back and go, no, I'm not quite happy with that, and tweak it a little bit. But I'm reasonably happy with how it looks overall. So as you can see, that's what it all looks like from the top down. All my current Tyranid army, which is looking bad, not bad at all, seeing as it was an impromptu force. Completely impromptu.
Never intended to collect Leviathan.
Yep. So I got Leviathan, now I ended up with an extra 3 models. And those 3 models would put me right up to the point where it's like, I'd actually get a 2,000 point army out of this. All I need is a Hive Tyrant and a £60 start collecting box.
Yeah.
Or the 60 odd quid one.
It's nice that you can actually get full viable armies with just like 2 or 3 purchases these days.
I mean, fairness, I put 2 Norns in there. So it's not like I've just gone and bought a little box set and a little box set.
No, of course not. No.
I've put 2 quite large.
It's better than having to build a whole army unit by unit.
It is. I essentially went, those 2, better half my army.
That's what I had to do with my salamanders. I had to build it out unit by unit.
That's what I'm still looking at now. I'm going through the Space Marine Codex. I'm looking at it. I'm going, go that way, go all Gravis. I don't want to go all Gravis. I can keep a bit more range in and then take advantage of it as to get closer. And it's doing my head in. I don't know what to play. The Assault Force is the one that I look at and go, yeah, that's me. But it'll get boring if I just keep choosing that, and I know I want to keep choosing that.
You'll see in our game on Tuesday how this
Well,
the
yeah,
Savage
that makes
Strike Force works, because I think I've min maxed it. I've got the best kind of list that you can get with that detachment. I don't think you can improve on my list much more
You've
than
pretty
that.
much gone melt a flame and melt a flame and melt a flame at them.
Pretty much every unit takes advantage of the detachment special rules in every possible way that you can.
Yeah.
In a 2,000 point list, I don't think you can change my list anyway to improve it
you've
anymore,
got a fair few
except
vehicles, if I remember correctly.
maybe changing the enhancements around a little bit. But I think the enhancements that
interesting.
I've got work best.
You've got quite a few vehicles, if I remember correctly. You've got Impulsor, you've got...
A Repulsor, Land Raider, 2 Gladiators. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Repulsor, Land Raider, and 2 Gladiators.
And then I've got 2 units of 5 Terminators, a unit of 6 Aggressors, a unit of 6 Eradicators, a Gravis Captain, a Terminator Captain, and a Terminator Librarian. And the Terminator Librarian has the enhancement that allows me to turn any hit roll or save roll into a 6, which is perfect for the Librarian.
I thought it was only 1.
Yeah, you turn 1.
Change 1.
You change 1 dice into a 6. But if it's to hit, and the Librarian gives sustained hits, that basically means I can choose to give myself an extra 2 hits with his smite or with the squad that he's with.
An extra hit, because it only is a sustained hit 1. It gives them.
Yeah, so I turn 1 failed hit into a 6.
And that becomes a hit, and then obviously...
And then I get another sustained hits on top of it. So basically, I can get an extra 2 hits, as long as I didn't already hit with everything already, you know.
In which case, you just turn one of your hits into a critical.
Yeah, and then I get an extra 1 hit, yeah. It's really good. Really good. Because I'm not going to need the...
Well, I know I tried using something similar against you last time. It just failed miserably.
You did, yeah.
You failed miserably. I was thinking, assault cannon, smites he's going to get. And, nope, did not work. I got my backside handed.
Well, we'll see on Tuesday, because, like I said, I've been defeated once with it. And the amount of damage that this list does in turn 2 is insane. I've nearly tabled most of my opponents in turn 2.
Well, I'm quite glad I've got some invols and some feel no pain.
I don't think I'm going to be able to table your army in turn 2, because there's quite a lot to get through with the 4 units of Gaunts. But and your big guys. But I can probably take out half of it in turn 2.
I should imagine I'll be losing a Norn by turn 2.
Yeah.
At least 1 Norn.
Most likely.
And then probably either a phage or one of the other big creatures.
Possibly.
So that'll either be the Tyrant or the Carnifex.
Possibly. I defeated one person on turn 1 with this list.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to beat this army on turn 1.
No, I don't think I'll beat this one in turn 1. But yeah, in one game, he conceded at the end of my turn 1. He only had his turn 1. I went second, and he conceded.
That's going to be interesting.
I destroyed that much. There was nothing he could do.
I mean, with that lot and the other unit of 3 bleepers that I'll be taking, if I go first, it will be interesting.
It will be. It will be.
Obviously, if you go first, I hope I'm going to be out of range for you to come and get me. But they've got decent movement. They've got decent movement.
My entire army will be within range of you in turn 2.
Yes, I know, but I'm thinking turn 1. They'll be in range turn 1.
Oh god, yeah. My turn 1 is always really weak, but the Von Ryans are very easy to kill.
They are. I've just got to keep them out of the way until I wish to use them, rather than you. And they do have a Neuralixer with them as well, hopefully to help.
You have to be careful with it. I've set up a game board already, which has got like ruins around the edges, and then it's got like the Dawn of War looking buildings in the middle of it. There's plenty of line of sight blocking and stuff like that.
So I'll be able to hide them behind things and jump around.
Maybe, I don't know, because those Von Ryans, they're quite tall models. And remember, I only have to see a tiny bit of one model. to be
Yeah,
able to
true.
them.
They do have stealth, which helps.
Yeah, I get it's -1 to hit them. But when I've got flamers,
Yeah, true. Good point.
so you might want to be careful with them.
Yeah, I'll be looking where. I'll be careful. I'll be looking to where to deploy them.
And remember, my entire army can move, advance, and shoot everything. So I
know.
it's a very fast list. And with the Land Raider, I can move that to 10 inches, get the unit out, shoot still, or I can get the unit out and advance and still shoot. I can move across the board very quickly.
But if you advance, you can't charge.
No, but Salamander's list is more of a close range shooting list anyway. And if I need to charge, then I've got the Terminators to do that. Trust
Should be an
me,
interesting battle tomorrow.
my turn 2 shooting is what takes out the enemy, not the combat.
Turn 2 shooting, so right, I've got that. Yeah.
Or turn
So-
1 if you're close enough, but turn 1 I won't have my Terminators and whatever is in strategic reserves. Unless you went. Oh no, I won't have it in turn 1.
No, because you can't bring in turn 1. Yeah, I can't bring in turn 1 unless I drop pods.
But I will be able to use 1 Terminator unit. I will be able to bring them in your turn 2 if you go first, and have full use of them in my turn 2.
Oh, by dropping them in behind enemy line with that strike.
Yeah. With the 3 rapid ingress.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. I remember it now. See.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all 3 of you who are watching, which I believe is Kirsty, Buzzard, and possibly I believe we have a lurker by the name of Melida. Thank you again, Melida, for coming to lurk on my stream.
I'll check out your channel, Malada.
Well, Melida, as I said, he was an advocate for Girls Play TV, GPTV, which I don't know if that's a different name for one of the girls. I don't know about it, but I don't believe that it has their channel. I can send you a link to the Discord if you want. I'm part of that as well.
Yeah.
And you'll probably go, wait a minute, you're a part of this? This is not something I would expect you to be part of. But yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard. Definitely hard. But I'll send you a link to that. That shouldn't be a problem. But yes, thank you very much, everybody, for coming to see me this evening. I believe it was mission success tonight. Except for the fact that I don't have teabag leaves to base the last 3 models in this lovely yellow stuff. It's going to work out fine. I'm going to have to go do shopping and pay for some overpriced teabags. But it's what I have to do. But yes, thank you very much for coming to join me this evening. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
I've said what I needed to say. I'm not going to plug myself too well. I've plugged myself once already. I'm sure everyone already heard it.
Twice. Yes, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, never mind.
And well, we'll see you next week. Have a good day and
Bye.
drive safe.